The DSWD says its doors are open to poor Filipinos aged 18 and below. DSWD Secretary Virginia Orogo said their centers and social workers will be on call 24/7 to give the necessary assistance to these loitering poor teenagers. President Rodrigo Duterte earlier directed the PNP to pick up loitering minors to protect them from crime and illegal drugs. In a press conference in Malacanang, Secretary Orogo also said they hope to complete distribution of unconditional cash transfer or UCT assistance to beneficiaries by the end of July. More of this report from Marita Muahe.
The Department of Social Welfare and Development has existing programs on minors roaming the streets and street dwellers, says Acting Secretary Virginia Orogo. Now that President Rodrigo Duterte included minors 18 years old and below in those to be gathered under the anti-tambay operation, the agency is now reviewing their directive. Orogo admits that they only have 72 shelters, which is not enough, as some of it are being used for the elderly. The agency is now repairing their centers to increase bed capacity. There are 42,000 barangays nationwide and there are not enough social workers, but Orogo explains this is now on their table, especially if Silungan sa Barangay program pushes through.
Sa bawat barangay, meron po kaming bago ngayong ilulunsad na programa. Ito yung tinatawag naming Silungan sa Barangay. No? Ito po ay bagong programa kung saan kakailanganin namin ang tulong ng bawat mamamayan sa barangay. Magkakaroon na po kami ng siguro pag-uusap tungkol dito para yung Silungan sa Barangay ay maipatupad natin immediately.
Meanwhile, the agency has already distributed 10 billion pesos for the unconditional cash transfer grant for the Pantawid Pamilya beneficiaries. DSWD is targeting 10 million UCT beneficiaries. Each family receives 200 pesos per month or 2,400 a year, which is given one time. This will increase to 300 pesos per month or 3,600 a year for 2019 and 2020. DOF Undersecretary Tony Lambino meanwhile explains that the DSWD UCT program is part of the train law design.
Ang UCT po ay kasama talaga sa train law. No? It was not an afterthought. It was really in the design of the law. So ang expectation po talaga sa in fact even when the train law was being presented to Congress, no, last year pa po ito and before that, talagang ang estimate po ng DOF noon ay 0.7 percentage points ang contribution, magiging contribution ng train doon po sa inflation rate.
Marita Muahe for The Nation.